On this episode of Doing Time with Dan, we're headed down to the Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. You've been there before with me, and today we're going to check out the apples and the pumpkins. It is the fall season here in the Northeast, and they have plenty to show us. We're here with John from Nardella Incorporated. He's going to tell us about the apples that they have here at the Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. It is the season here in the Northeast, so you want to get out there to your local store and check out the apples. John, tell me, about how many truckloads of apples do you guys see in a week?
A week, probably anywhere from 5 to 8 a week. Say 5 loads, 5 to 8 loads of apples a week. I'd say we go through.
Now, is there a particularly interesting story you can tell me? Maybe an exotic apple grown up in the Himalayas by some Tibetan monks or something like that? I mean,
you know, the mainstream apples in the years past has been the Red Delicious and the Golden and the Granny. Right. It's really progressed where Fuji apples years ago we'd sell maybe 40 or 50 cases. Now we sell load volume because more people have learned about it. And Fuji's and Galas and Brayburns. It just seems like there's so many varieties out there. There's new ones like Jazz Apple, the Honeycrisp, which is we have Honeycrisp here out of Vermont. I mean, it's coming on strong, and I see that a lot of these growers out on the West Coast, they're pulling out certain varieties that aren't selling and putting these newer varieties in. So it's going to make like Honeycrisp apples a little more expensive right now, but as the years go by, the price of them will come down as the quantity comes. So we're looking forward to that. So there's just a lot of good apples out there.
So there's plenty of choices here at the Philadelphia.
Oh, without a doubt, no problem there.
Is it true that anyone who buys caseload quantities is welcome here? As long as you're buying by the case, you guys will gladly serve them and even load up their vehicles as well.
That's not a problem. Service is what we're here for. The apple weighs about 44 pounds. So even if it's a little elderly gentleman or woman, if they want to come and pick up a box of apples, we'd be more than happy to bring it to the car. That's easy, no problem there.
So even if you're not Arnold Schwarzenegger, you don't have to worry about it. These guys got strong backs and they'll take the apples right to your car for you. But remember, it is caseload quantities down here. So if you're having a big party, or maybe your Boy Scout troop is getting together and you want to make some caramel apples, you can stop down here, buy them by the case, you get a great price, and then you can make up your own caramel apples as an activity. I mean, that's something I'm thinking about doing right now. So John, tell me, how many years have you guys been in business?
We've been going on 30 years here in the food center, distribution center.
Wow, 30 years, it's a long time.
It sure is.
Now, your sources for your apples, I hear they're international, they're local. Could you just tell me a few of the places where the apples come from?
Well, we get our apples from basically all over the world. Local places, we get them from Vermont, New York State, we get them from Virginia, some from Ohio, we get them from Pennsylvania. We also from the West Coast, Washington State, California, Idaho also. International, we get them from New Zealand. We get them from Chile, so yeah, it is a wide range of places that we do get them from.
So it is an international sourcing. So if you have some kind of exotic apple that you have a fancy for, you want to check in with these guys because I'm sure they have exactly what you want. John, I want to thank you for talking to us today. It's a real pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
All right, we're going to come back and show you the pumpkins in just a few minutes. Okay, we're here with Pinto Brothers, and this is Mike. He's going to tell us about pumpkins. I had no idea how complicated pumpkins are. The first question I want to ask Mike is about the weather. So Mike, tell me, how does the weather affect the pumpkin crop?
I'll give you an example. Last year, throughout the summer months, when the pumpkins were growing, we had a tremendous amount of rain, which caused the pumpkins to have a horrible, horrible crop, basically no yield. This year, we've had great growing conditions throughout the summer, and we have a beautiful crop of pumpkins. All my farmers have had beautiful pumpkins, clean, no water damage. That's, where we're...
Now, you sell more than pumpkins. You also have gourds. Could you show me one of the gourds?
Sure. This is a traditional gourd. This is a bigger gourd. It's just shellacked. These will last a long time too. If you keep them dry, these gourds will last probably is 4 or 5 months. And of course, they come in all different sizes. Got smaller gourds here like this. Everybody likes their gourds. You can't have a pumpkin without a gourd.
I got you. It's true that anybody who buys a caseload quantity, they can come in here and buy a case of pumpkins.
Well, bins, the pumpkins like this we sell in bins.
Okay.
And you have smaller pumpkins, all different varieties of mini pumpkins. We sell them by the case.
Okay.
That's like a 20-pound package. This is what's known as a wee bee little. This is what's known as a Jack bee little.
Look at that.
And you got They shellac them as well with shellac.
Okay.
And you
so
have,
that would be purely for display purposes.
right. This is all decoration.
Gotcha.
Basically everything's decoration except the pumpkins. You know, people would possibly make pumpkin pie with.
I got you. So this is Indian corn.
Yes.
But this
would be a strawberry corn.
Strawberry corn.
A large strawberry corn.
I
This
see.
is a baby strawberry corn.
That's why we come to the Philadelphia Wholesale Produce
All
Market, because
decorations.
it's all decoration, but they also have foodstuffs here as well, and they have such a great variety. How many truckloads of pumpkins do you handle in a week?
We've been selling for the past month about a tractor trailer load a week.
Wow.
And that consists of a bin like that, that's about 60 bins like that. And the customers that we sell them to, they sell them in two ways. They sell them by the pound, or they just put a price on the whole pumpkin. Most people sell by the pound. And traditionally, a bin of pumpkins that height weighs about 700 pounds.
Wow. So it's 700 pounds of pumpkins in one of those bins. They get a whole truckload in, you know, just so people can make their decorations, school projects. Maybe your scout troop is looking for something like that. Pinto Brothers will take care of you, especially Mike right here. Mike, I want to thank you for being with me today.
I'm your pumpkin man. Come
That's
see
right,
me.
he's the pumpkin guy.
Happy Halloween.
All right. Well, there you have it. Another look inside the Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. Remember, eat well to live well, and stop by frequently here at Doing Time with Dan for more exciting videos.